Hi, I'm Lita Fadul.
And I'm Becca Vitale, and we're both 8th grade members of the HMS Student Council.
We are moving along with our March Madness Women's History Month celebration to recognize some great women, past and present.
Today, we would like to welcome our guests, a trio of all-star language arts teachers, Miss Clement, Mrs. Witzel, and Mrs. Ramos. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, here's how this works. We will present to you the stories of two great women, and it will be up to you to decide who moves on to the next round.
So let's get started with our second match of the tournament from the Joan of Arc bracket. Lena, take it away.
A fierce leader, a warrior, a queen, a woman who was lost in the many, many records of ancient history. Amanirenas, who was often nicknamed as the Scar-Eyed Queen, was one of the strongest queens of the Kingdom of Kush in the lands of Nubia, which is located in northern Sudan and southern Egypt. She ruled during the mid-300s BC. Nubia was referred to by the Egyptians as Tashiti or Taseti, a phrase meaning the land of the bows, since the Nubians were known for being great archers. She commanded her own soldiers and army, which surprised the Romans when they came to try and capture Nubia. Her strength, composure, perseverance, and intelligence helped her win the 5-year battle against the Romans, even though she had a much smaller army than them. She lost only one eye and captured many of the soldiers of the Roman army. This made Alexander the Great himself never venture into anywhere further south than the Siwa oasis in northern Egypt. As a sign of defiance and disrespect to the Roman Empire, Queen Amanirenas looted the Roman army and cut off the head of a statue of their beloved Emperor Augustus and put it on the lower steps of one of the temples of the Kush kingdom. Ancient scripts often refer to her as Kore or Kandaka, which means strong woman or queen in the Nubian language. Amanirenas is truly one of the strongest and most powerful women that history has sadly forgotten. Um, so what do you think about that?
I thought that was awesome. I
Same.
I had never heard of her before, and just the fact that she went up against Alexander the Great, this conqueror of worlds, and not only did she defeat him, but he decided never to go back near her lands is truly amazing. So, Lena, I was like riveted the whole time. I want to learn
Thank you.
more.
She's
Thank
definitely
you.
a warrior. And I loved how Lena said she only lost an eye. Like, oh, that's just a woman's thing. No, no problem. Just an eye. Just an eye. That's all she lost.
Yeah.
So she was really interesting, Lena. I never heard of her either. So you taught us. Good job.
I'm definitely intimidated. I don't want to mess with her.
She also happens to be my great great grandmother too.
Whoa.
Oh
you
my gosh.
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lena, you got warrior blood running through you. That's
Are,
amazing.
are you an archer? Do you do archery?
No, not at all.
Oh my gosh, Lena, I tip my hat to you and your great great grandmother. That is
Thank you.
amazing. What a legacy.
Thank you.
So
Okay, Becca, your turn.
Before cool math games and the dinosaur game you play when the Wi-Fi goes out, computers were thought only to be used for calculations. Ada Lovelace was a big part in computer programming and is even considered to be one of the first computer programmers ever. She was one of the first to ever see the true potential of what computers could do and was the first to write and publish an algorithm. Lovelace was born in December 1815 and was often sick as a child. Despite her many illnesses, she was able to study and become very smart for her age. When she was 12, she decided she wanted to fly and constructed wings out of paper, oil silk, wires, and feathers. When she was older, she became a mathematician and wrote her famous algorithm. Ada Lovelace is a great role model for anyone interested in the field of science, technology, engineering, or math. But her groundbreaking work at a time when women had few opportunities is an inspiration to anyone facing unfair disadvantages. Teachers, it's up to you to talk this one through.
I'm sorry, when did you say she lived? I missed that.
She was born in December 1815.
Wow. And for a woman to do that during that time, that's amazing.
it's like pre-STEM. Like she knew what she was doing for STEM.
I know. And she was creating wings to fly. My goodness.
Seriously.
Oh my god. I think it's so interesting this is going to be hard, ladies, because we have two very different women who accomplished two very different things. And they're both amazing in their own right. And it's going to be a tough debate.
And they both did it in fields that men typically,
Exactly.
yes.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so they're, breaking ground on and pioneers, right? They're both pioneers of their time. Oh, this is so hard. So I guess we have to ask ourselves what would be. So I think Mr. Langen said the 8th grade teacher said which one had the most global impact. Was that correct? Which one was? Yeah.
I'm just going to throw out my opinion right here. Lena, I'm afraid to say her name because I'm afraid to mess it up. Can you say her name again for me?
Yeah, it's Amanirenas.
Ooh, I'm still afraid. Amanirenas.
Yeah,
Renas?
got it.
Okay.
Renas.
Renas.
Mhm.
She has my vote personally, because I feel like she is someone who would never ever come up in a history book. She lived a long time ago, and she was a warrior. She took on Alexander the Great, and we don't hear a lot of stories about women warriors, like, who actually fought. And I just thought she was fascinating. So I don't know if that's like a good argument, but
Yeah, to go along with that too, I think it's more like to see a woman that's in charge of like this crazy argument, this battle and stuff. Like she gave me like Mulan vibes. So like that's what I kept like thinking of. And like I think back, like your woman she was great. Like that was so interesting. But I just keep thinking like this warrior. That's just the word that I keep saying. Like this warrior that she has proven like women empowerment. Like she did it. I think Lena's girl might have my vote as well.
Well, who am I to argue? I'll ruin it. But I think both of you did such a wonderful job presenting these powerful women, and thank you so much for involving us, and I learned something new today, which is wonderful.
same.
Awesome job.
I can't wait to go look these ladies up and learn more. Thank you, Becca. Thank you, Lena.
Thank you, girls.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Well, that means that Amanirenas will be moving on to the next round. Thanks to our teachers for joining us as we celebrate more great women in history.
We hope you will join us next time. So long, HMS.